Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. We have discussed in the last video, that is part 8, about the conditional functions and the logical function. Today I'm going to discuss about the text functions. As we have already discussed number functions, aggregate functions, logical functions, conditional functions. So today we will explore different text functions available in the Microsoft Excel. So the definition of the text function is it helps to extract the text values from the data. Okay, we have different text function available, including trim functions, length functions, concatenate functions, upper, lower, proper, substitute, replace, find, and search. We will explore all functions one by one. So today's topic is text function. Okay, wherein trim, we will discuss trim function, len, concatenate, upper, lower, proper, substitute, replace, find, and last, search. So we will discuss one by one. So first let's start with trim function. As usual, we will take the help of help book. Well, trim functions helps to remove the extra spaces from the string. So herein you can see that the trim functions removes all spaces from the text except for the single spaces between the words. Okay, so the trim functions having the required parameter as in text, and that is what we needed. So first, uh, let's have one word. Skill is cool. Okay, put the some space. So I want to remove the extra spaces from there. From the word scale is cool. So I'm using trim function, select this text, click enter. So you will be able to see that let's try the trim functions once again. And this is the text. Skill is cool. Trim function. So yeah, just notice this point that except remove all the spaces from the text except for single spaces between the words. Okay, so as I have put the single space between the word, it isn't removing. But let's say I'm writing skill multiple space cool and then try trim function. you will be able to see that only single space is exist in between skill is cool. Okay, let's say I'm using skill is cool and then using trim function. We have double space in the earlier of this, like in the first two space at the starting of the word. So as soon as I use trim, it removes the first two space from the word. Okay. So both concept has been, I hope you guys understood this concept. If the single space is present in between the words, then it will uh, keep as it is. Otherwise, it will remove all extra spaces. You can remember using the trim function as it is. It will remove extra all spaces which is having more than one space between the words. In this way, you can remember about the trim functions. If only one space is present in between the words, then it won't remove the space. Okay, so this is all about the trim functions. Let's discuss the length function. So it also takes a parameter only the text. Let's select this word skill school. It is giving you the output as in 13. Let's take the help as well. Okay, what length function does? Length functions returns the number of characters in the text string. Okay, as I already said that it takes a parameter as in text which is required, the text whose length you want to find. And space also count as in character. So herein we have a space, here we do not have a space. So we will uh, check the length of the number of characters of both the string. So here it is showing 11 and here it is showing 13. Here we have two spaces, so that is added onto here. That is why it got 13. Here we do not have any space in between the words, so only 11 it is showing the result. You can count manually as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So len function returns the number of characters in the text string. If you need to uh, count the number of characters present in the text string, then use the len functions. Okay. So that is all about the len function. Let's discuss about the concatenate function. First, let me write word in different column. Skill is cool. I want to combine these three words in one cell. So to combine these words in one cell, we use concatenate function. First, we will take the help book as well. Let's explore the help section of this concatenate functions. So here you can see that use concatenate one of the text function to join two or more text string into one string. And it has the parameter text1, text2, and so on. So let's select skill, then this cell, then this cell. Click OK. You will able to see that it is giving you the skill is cool word, and like it's combined all those three words and showing you in the one cell. So whenever you require to combine the different uh, cell value having the text value, then you can use the concatenate functions. Okay, let's discuss about the upper functions. First, take the help of help book. So upper functions convert the text to uppercase. Let's use this word and see the output. The parameter of the upper function is a text. I have selected this text, so you can see that it will convert the whole text to uppercase. And you can check with this word as well, which is having the space. Upper skill school. You can see if also space also present in between the words, it will convert the text to uppercase. Likewise, for converting the text to the lower case, you can use the lower function. The parameters which takes into the lower function is text. So let me select this cell and see. Whole word is convert into the lower case. Okay. Let's discuss about the proper functions. Proper functions convert a text string to the proper case. The first letter in each word to uppercase and all other letters to lowercase. It is pretty simple functions. So it capitalize the first letter in the text string. So we will uh, explore both example. One which is having the space in between the words and the one which do not have the space in between the word. Let's see. As I'm not selecting this word because already the first word in the uppercase. So I'm using this word because all letter of this word is in a small case. Here you can see that it convert the small s into capital S, and other than that, every word is in as it is. That is in lower case. Let's use proper function of this word and let's see what would be the output. So it is uh, converting the first letter of word to uppercase individually. That means it consider the space wherever it sees about the space. After that, it will check for the first letter and it will convert that first letter to the uppercase if it is present in lowercase. Okay, that is all about the proper functions. Let's discuss about the substitute function. Substitute functions helps to replace the existing text with new text in a text string. Let's take the help of the help book. So herein you can see about the substitute functions, wherein substitute new text for old text in a text string. Whenever you need to substitute a text string, then you can use from old text to the new text, then you can use a substitute function. And you need to use a substitute function is only when you are very sure about the which value is going to replace. So let's understand the syntax of substitute. So it takes four parameters, including text, old text, new text, and instance num. So text is required, old text is required, new text is required, and instance num is optional. So the old text called as the text you want to replace, and the new text, the text you want to replace the old text with. Okay. And the instance num, which is optional as in the parameter of the substitute function, which specifies about the occurrence of the old text you want to replace with new text. Like if you specify this instance num, then only that instance of old text is replaced. Otherwise, every occurrence of old text in the text is changed to the new text. So we will explore some examples of the substitute so you will be able to understand the better way. So first, let's use this word, this text, skill school. So the old text is, I'm putting in the double quote, skill. And what I wanted to use as a new text, a small lowercase word. Okay. As for now, as instance num is optional, I'm not putting it. So the output would be like, as in the text, you can see that all letter is in uppercase. But as soon as I use substitute function here, the uppercase skill will convert to the lowercase. You can see here. Okay. And remember one thing, whenever in the Excel, uh, it is case insensitive, but whenever any text or any value comes under the double quotes, it becomes a case sensitive. Means capital A or small a is same in the Excel, but in double quote, capital A and small a is different. Hope you understood the concept of the substitute. And one more thing to remember about the substitute function is the case sensitive. As you can see that uh, whatever we always have to put in double quotes. So whenever we use double quotes, it becomes the case sensitive. So that is why substitute function is case sensitive. Let's check for New Delhi. Okay. I want to use substitute function for this text. Old text is small e, new text, capital E. Okay. I'm again not using the num instance. Let's see what would be the result. So wherever the small is present, it will convert the lowercase e to uppercase e. Now let's use the instance num as well. I want to convert the lowercase e to uppercase e only which having the occurrence at 2. So you can see the output means the e which occurred twice at the second position. That means the second time when e appears in the word, at that time only this substitute function works. Otherwise, for the first time, it will ignore it. So that is why, as I mentioned the instance num to 2, so it will convert the small e to capital E. Let's say you want to convert small e to capital E to 1, like for the first e, not the second e. So I have put the instance num to 1 there. Earlier, we do not using any instance num, so it will converting to small e to capital E for every occurrence. Like whenever it finds the uh, small e, it will convert to capital E. But as soon as when we use one instance num as 1, then it will convert the small e to capital E only which occurs for the first time. So you can see here. Hope you understood the meaning of the instance num in the substitute function. So this is all about the substitute function. And also, uh, let's say you want to use substitute function. It is not like you only change one letter to like another letter. You can use multiple you can use to remove the one letter with multiple letter as well. Let me show you the example. um Old text I'm using capital N, and for the new text I'm using small and triple times. So you can see. Hope you understood this concept about the substitute. Let's discuss about the replace function. Substitute function and replace functions are almost same. You can see it has different parameters as in old text, start num characters, new text. Let's take the help of the help book. And I'll let you know how substitute function is different from the replace function. So the replace function helps you to replace a part of the string based on the number of characters you specify with a different text string. You will able to understand much more in clarity after taking the example. Okay, so here the syntax of the replace function, taking the parameters as in old text, start num characters, new text. Old text means text in which you want to replace some characters. Start num means the position of the character in the old text that you want to replace with the new text. Num chars means the number of characters in old text that you want to replace to replace with new text. A new text means the text that will replace characters in old text. So you have to mention the new text as well, and the number of characters that needs to be removed from the replaced from the old text. And also you have to mention about the position of the character from where you want to replace. from the old text. Okay. So let's use the New Delhi example. It is the old text. Start num means the position of the character, like 1, 2, 3. I'm just wanted to replace the number of characters from the third uh, index, and the number of characters means from third I want to uh, remove 2 characters, like W and D, and instead of WD I want to use DW. DW. I know it isn't meaningful, but just for showing you, I'm just putting this example. So you can see that it just replaced WD to DW. Okay. So you just look at the parameters that we use. We use a text, and other than after that, use the start, like from where you want to uh, replace the value with. That means you have put the position of that letter and the number of characters. Then next value is the number of characters you want to remove it, either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, any number of characters you want to replace the old characters. And the new text, if you it doesn't mean that if you put 2 then you have to use for the new text only 2 letters. You can use 5 letters as well. Let me show you that, like th. No problem. Here we have replaced WT to DWTH. Okay. So hope replace functions able to understood about the replace functions. So what is the difference between the substitute function and the replace functions? Use a substitute function when you are sure about the value to be replaced. Herein, likewise, we know that we have to substitute capital um, scale in uppercase to scale in lowercase. We know the value to be replaced. So that's why we use the substitute. Here also we can use the replace value as well. But to use the replace, you have to sure about the position of the characters to be replaced. If you know that the number of the position of the characters from where you have to um replace the text, then you can use the replace function. Okay. So this is all about the substitute and replace function. In the text function, we will learn about the left function, right function, and mid function as well. So as of now, we have covered trim, len, concatenate, upper, lower, proper, substitute, replace. Let's discuss about the find function. Find functions helps you to return the starting position of the one text string within another text string. And find is case sensitive. Remember this. And let's take the help of the help book. So find function helps you to locate one text string within a second text string and returns the number of the starting position of the first text string from the first character of the second text string. You will be able to understand the find function with the example. I will take that. So the find function, the parameters which takes in find as in find text, within text, and start num, wherein start num is optional and find text within text is required. Find text means the text you want to find, and the within text, the text containing the text you want to find. So let me use first one word. Skill is cool. Okay. I want to find the position of the comma. So what is the text of for us to find? It's comma. We will put in double quotes. This is my find text. Within text, like in which text we need to find the comma? This text. So I've selected that. And start num as in now start num is as an optional, so I'm not using that for now. But herein is start num means specifies a character at which to start the search. Means from where that they start to search the text that needs to search the text. We will understand by the example. So herein, like on the sixth position, we will find the comma. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So at the sixth position, the comma is present. Okay. Let's take another example. Skill is cool. Skill is cool, comma, cool. So let's use find functions to find the second comma. We have already found the position of the first comma. So now we need to find the second position of the second comma. So what is the text for now? It is comma. Within which text? This text. I've selected that. Start num means I want to start the search after the first comma. Then only it will able to specify the second comma. So the we know the position of the first comma, that is 6. So it will start the search from 7th position. Okay. Then only it will able to find the comma which repeated at the second time. Let's say if we do not use any value as in start num, then again it will give you the position for the first comma. But to need to get of the second comma, we have to guide to Excel that please start search after the first comma. So as we know the value of we know the position of the first comma, that is 6. So we will add +1 so that it will able to find next of that comma. Hope you understood this concept. So I have put 7 there to check the comma after, like to check the comma from 7th position. So it is at 9th position. 6 is first comma and 7, 8 and 9, like second comma is at 9th position. Hope you able to understood this concept. If you are unable to understand, then you can replay this video and try to understand the find to use the find function. So just remember the syntax of the find function. It takes the find text within text and start num. Start num is optional wherever if you need to find the second comma or the repetitive text, then you have to use the start num parameter. So this value we can use in the another way as well. I'm using the find functions. Uh, the find text would be comma. Like for the first, let's say we do not calculate the position of the first comma and we need to know the value. We need to know the position of the second comma directly. So what? How can we get that the position of the second comma? So we will use the find functions. So we have to find the comma. So we have put comma as in find text. Within text is skill is cool, and it will give you the output for the position of first comma, but we need for the second comma. So for the start num position, we will use again find function. Find for what? Comma within the text, this one, and we will ignore the start num because uh, here it will this find function will gives you the position of the first comma. Okay, but as I told you, to search for the second comma, it needs to be searched after the first comma. But this function, the second find functions helps you to find the position of the first comma. So we have to add +1 of that value so that main find function is able to find this comma from this position. So that is why I have added +1 onto it. So here it is. Also, you are getting the 9. Okay. So hope you understood that concept. So this is all about the find functions. Here are remarks present as well for the find functions. So we can go through that. Find is a case sensitive because here also we are using uh, double quotes. Whenever we use any text within double quotes, it becomes a case sensitive. That is why find is also case sensitive. And it don't allow wildcard characters. I will let you know about the wildcard characters. What are that? It would be just a question mark and the star. You will be able to understand later on. I will explain in the next video. Like if you don't want to do a case sensitive search, then use wildcard characters. For that, we have the search function as well. We will discuss it as well in the next video. If find text is empty text, Then find matches the first character in the search string, that is the character number start of num or 1. Like if you need to find the empty text, then it will match the first character in the search string, that is the character number start num or 1. Find text cannot contain any wildcard characters. And if find text doesn't appear in the within text, find returns the value error. If start num is not greater than 0, find returns the value error. If start num is greater than the length of the within text, it will also gives you the value error. These are pretty easy, that no need to explain. Like if start num is greater than 0, it will give you the value error. Also, if the find text not appear in the within text, it's also return a value error. Or if start num is negative, then also it gives the value error. So this is all about the find functions. So we will discuss the search functions, left, right, and mid function in the next video. For now, that's it for all today. And let me know in the comment section if you have any doubt regarding uh, any one of the text functions discussed today. Thank you. Have a good day.